When we think about aging, we often focus on the visible changes: wrinkles, gray hair, maybe a few extra pounds that are harder to lose. But what we don't always talk about is what's happening inside the body, especially when it comes to hormones. One of the biggest players: testosterone. Now, testosterone is often labeled as the male hormone, but it's crucial for both men and women. You see, it supports muscle mass, energy, libido, bone strength, and even mood. But as we age, testosterone levels naturally decline. And that decline can come with a whole host of changes that many people just chalk up to getting older. So today we're diving into why testosterone drops with age and what you can do about it. All right, let's start with the basics. So for men, testosterone levels peak in their late teens and early 20s. After about age 30, levels begin to gradually decline, on average about 1% per year. That might not sound like a lot, but over a decade or two, it adds up. Now, for women, testosterone also starts to drop in their 30s and then declines more sharply during and after menopause. By the time a woman reaches her 40s or 50s, her testosterone levels can be significantly lower than they were in her younger years. Now, for me, I started noticing something was off in my early 40s. You see, I wasn't bouncing back from workouts like I used to, and my recovery time was way longer. I also felt this steady dip in energy throughout the day, like I was dragging myself through each afternoon. Now, you see, at first, I blamed it on stress and just getting older. But you know what? Deep down, it didn't feel normal. So, why does this happen? Well, there are a few key reasons. First up, the organs responsible for producing testosterone, the testes in men and the ovaries and adrenal glands in women, start to slow down with age. It's a natural part of the body's aging process. At the same time, other hormones in the body like estrogen and DHEA are also shifting. And all of these changes, they're interconnected. Now, in men, increased levels of something called sex hormone binding globulin, or SHBG, can also reduce the amount of free or usable testosterone in the bloodstream. So even if total testosterone doesn't change much, your body might still feel the effects of having less available hormone to use. Now, in women, the decline is often more noticeable after menopause, when estrogen levels drop as well. And since testosterone and estrogen work in tandem in many ways, the overall hormonal balance can be significantly disrupted. So, what does this look like in real life for real people? Well, for many people, low testosterone shows up as fatigue, low libido, decreased muscle mass, trouble concentrating, mood swings, and even things like increased belly fat or changes in sleep patterns. And again, because all of these symptoms can overlap with normal aging and stress, it's easy to miss the connection to hormones. Now, for me, it was a combination of lots of things. I was tired all the time because no matter how much I slept, I woke up feeling drained. My motivation to hit the gym really dropped off, and when I did go, I really wasn't making progress like before. I also felt this low-grade irritability, like my fuse was just shorter than it used to be. I was also feeling depressed, and that's when I knew something deeper must be going on. Now, the question is, what can you do about it? First, lifestyle is a huge factor. Regular strength training is one of the best natural ways to boost testosterone, especially lifting heavy weights with compound movements like squats and deadlifts. Sleep is another big one. Poor or inconsistent sleep can dramatically affect testosterone production, especially in men. And of course, your diet also plays a role. Getting enough protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients like zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D can support healthy testosterone levels. And on the flip side, chronic stress, excessive alcohol, and processed foods can suppress it. But sometimes, even with the healthiest lifestyle, your levels may still be low. And that's where testing comes in. So if you're experiencing symptoms that you can't explain, it might be worth asking your healthcare provider to check your hormone levels, especially testosterone. This applies to both men and women. Now, for me, I finally decided to get tested after a friend mentioned how much TRT had helped him. And honestly, I was skeptical, but I did get the blood work done. And the results showed me that my testosterone was well below optimal for my age. And seeing those numbers, it really gave me clarity because it proved that it wasn't in my head. Something real was going on. Now, of course, depending on your results, there are different treatment options available, from testosterone replacement therapy to targeted supplements or hormone supportive protocols. But the key is to work with a qualified healthcare professional who understands hormone balance and can guide you based on your individual needs. Now, for me personally, starting TRT was a huge difference, possibly life changing. Within a few weeks, my energy level picked up. I started sleeping better. My workouts felt productive because I was actually making gains again. And I noticed my mood was leveling out too. Now, notice it's not an overnight fix, but it was a steady shift toward becoming like me again. So I highly recommend if someone's on the fence about getting checked, I'd say don't wait. Knowing where you stand is empowering, like it was for me. But the bottom line is this: testosterone will decline with age. That part's normal. But the symptoms that come with it, well, they don't have to be something you just live with. By understanding what's going on and taking steps to support your body, you can maintain your energy, strength, and well being into the years ahead. So if you've been feeling off and can't quite figure out why, don't ignore it like I did. Your hormones might be the missing piece of the puzzle. Thank you so much for watching, and if this video helped you connect some dots, well, go ahead and give it a like. Hit that subscribe button and share it with someone who might need to hear it. At testosteronelevels.org, we believe aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. It just means getting smarter about your health. All right, until next time, take care of your hormones, and they'll take care of you.